Hi everyone, it's Effie coming to you today from London, United Kingdom. Behind me is Buckingham Palace and they just finished the changing of the guard ceremony. Beautiful thing. I love London, it's actually one of my favorite cities in the world. And as I'm walking around here and watching the guard and watching the people around, you know, the number one topic that everybody's talking about here these days, of course, is the whole Brexit. If you don't know what it is, you probably live under a rock, but the United Kingdom voted 2 years ago to separate from the European Union, and half of the Brits, they are for it, half are against it. The vote was passed to separate from the European Union, and chaos began. It's interesting to note that every time there is separation, every time people talk about we are different than other people, chaos erupts. It's amazing. It happens again and again and again, and it seems like humanity and history never learn, humanity never learns from history. It's fascinating. The whole thing, the whole thought that we are separated, that we're different, that we need to build walls, that we need to separate from one another is insane to begin with. It's if you take a satellite and you look down on Earth, so it's just one globe, everything is together. You cannot separate between people. You can barely see the continents and the oceans, but definitely you cannot see people. And if you look at your hand, obviously you cannot see the blood cells, you cannot see the red cells, you cannot see the white cells, but of course they're all part of our body and we're all part of humanity. This whole Brexit talk started because people here, they were not happy with all the immigrants that coming flooding Europe from all over the world, and people said, I don't want that, they're not part of me. But this is insane. Of course they're part of us. You think that if we build a wall, that if we separate, you think that it's the end of it? Every single person on this planet is connected to you and to me. We're all connected, just like the blood cells are connected. They're one body, right? I've never seen anybody wakes up in the morning and says, oh, I don't like my red blood cells. I want to separate them from the white cells. It cannot happen, right? You will die. Nobody wakes up and says, oh, I don't like my hand, I want to chop my head today. My hand, or my head, who knows? But it cannot happen because you'll die. The same thing about the human. You are holding a phone probably right now. The phone that you're holding, hundreds or thousands of people were involved in putting this phone together. And each and every one of them, even though you never met them in your life, are instrumental in putting this phone in your hand. And the same way goes to everything else. Every single person on this planet is important to your life, whether you accept it or not. So I think it's about time people start thinking about unity, that we're all one, that we're not separated. And every time we think about separation, every time we think I'm better than them, I'm different than them, we are actually bringing chaos and death, not physical death, but death in many areas of our life to ourselves. Look, Theresa May, the Prime Minister of London, she announced that she's resigning because she couldn't put this Brexit deal together. So now they go through elections and they're going to elect a new leader. And this whole thing, why? Why is it good for? For nothing. People are just chasing an imaginary dream that is based on complete ignorance. They don't understand how universe works, they don't understand how life works, they just want to separate, they just want to be away. And I'm not saying that separation is not good. Look, I'm divorced, right? So I've been married and I decided to separate, or my ex-wife and I, I'll talk about it in other videos, but we decided to separate. That's okay, but we are still together, not married, but we're still together as one unit, as parents. We have kids, so we raise them together. We are vital to each other's life. So this is a message for today from the Queen of England behind me in the palace, and from Effie, your dear friend and mentor in London. I will probably record another video tomorrow with another message, and then I continue to other places. So I'll see you soon in another video, and until then, stay healthy, stay happy, stay united, and remember, we are all one. Take care, bye.